Hello there, welcome back to this amazing and beautiful space. My name is Winfred Mbatha, and I'm so thankful to everybody that has subscribed over the past few months. I'm so grateful to you. To our returning viewers, I cannot be any more thankful. God bless you. And so, if you've not checked on our past video uploads, please go check on them. I believe that you will learn, you will laugh, above all, you'll be entertained. And that's why we are in these social media platforms. And today we have a very critical topic that if not all of us, most of us have experienced. And what is this? This is comparison. Take a picture. You're in your house and you have your phone or your tablet on your hands and you're scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, name them. And you see your peer or you see maybe classmate wako wenye mlisomana wao is doing good. They've bought a new house. They've bought a new car. Hey. And then from there, now you start thinking about your life. Oh my God, what am I doing in this life? Am I really in the same pace? Because, okay, obviously, these are the people that you've grown with. These are the people that mmeenda shule na wao. These are the people when you're like, okay, in one part of life, like mmekuwa pamoja. So in our minds tuko zile za like kama huyu ako hivi, pia mi nafaa kuwa like niko hapo, like hata kama ameniacha kidogo, I should be hapo kando. Another thing, you're sitting in your office hapo CBD or penye una work, yeah, in your office, and you look through the window and see a person dressed well, a person is masculine to a man, and that. And mark you, ukitoka kwa nyumba, you stood before your mirror na ukasema, oh, I look very good. Hii nayo nimeua. But now, after looking at someone else, you're like, hey, na ninakaaje? Oh my God. I wish hata ningevaa trouser ya black. Oh my God. I wish hata maybe, yeah, and things like that. Ningevaa viatu zingine. And you see that, inakunyang'anya hiyo joy. There's a saying that goes, comparison is the thief to our joy. Hivyo ndo umeharibu siku cause umeona msee amevaa na wewe unaona maybe haujamit your standards zenye unajiwekea na mtu mwenye umeona. You've gone through that phone na maybe hiyo time ukigo through phone you're taking juice or tea, sasa unasikia na taste mwarubaini just because you've gone through that and now you've started comparing yourself, giving yourself unnecessary pressure yenye tu ukicheck on your life very well unaendelea tu vizuri. So I want us to see like what causes this. Okay, actually I know penye tumefikia now, we know what comparison is. Kwa akili yako there's something lingering, and before we continue, I want you to take a notebook and write down an instance where you remember ama where you compared yourself to someone, and write down there, did it bring you happiness or did it bring what? Did it steal your joy? Ilikuletea happiness ama ili take away your happiness? And with that, as we continue, ndo sasa utakuwa unaona why maybe on what terms you should compare or why you should not compare or never compare yourself to other people's lives. Number one, why do people compare? And we have evolutionary reasons. As we grew up, we used to hear that Iran in a fight na hizo, this country is fighting with the other one. And do we know why? as a person that has done history or is a fan of history, we know that this is a competition of power. They are comparing each other's power. These superpowers, like wanataka kuona ni nani anashinda mwingine. Okay? And we happen to fall under that thing so much that we want to know that ni nani anaweza kuliko mwingine. Like acha nifanye hii, you know, let me not continue so much this year. And another one, we have social connection, that we want to benchmark. We want to benchmark on other people's lives venye wanaishi. Oh, Winnie anapenda kusonga knotless. Okay, let me go and songa knotless so that I can look like Winnie. Winnie hapendi high heels, anapenda closed shoes. And now that unaona ukivaa heels, maybe unashuku walking style yako, you want to be like me. You don't know what I've been through so that I decide to wear flat shoes. You see? Please, I would really say that comparison sometimes ni mbaya, especially if you don't know the motivation behind why a person is doing something. You want to compare yourself to a certain person in your village. Let's say for example, your classmate amepata letter to go to campus and maybe ameitwa aende akafanye maybe medicine, na wewe umeitwa uende ufanye journalism. Okay, that's me. Umeitwa uende ufanye journalism. And you're there thinking again and again, nilifanya the right decision kweli kufanya journalism, or ningeenda tu nifanye medicine, cause people say that medicine iko na pesa, ama like huwezi kosa kazi ukiwa na medicine, and unajipatia another reason, media nayo iko very overcrowded, so what am I going to do? To add on that, mzazi naye anakuwekelea pressure. Unaenda kuchagua media, nani atakuajiri, na watu wenye wako kwa TV uliwaona since you were born wako huko bado. Okay. Okay, I'm not saying media is a bad thing. Actually, I mean media, and there are so many spaces to explore if you're like umekuwa kwa media. But now you see, kuna hiyo like comparison ya like ungeenda kufanya medicine, maybe like ungekuwa in a better place, whereas even when you're doing media, you're still in a good position. Okay. And another thing people compare, kuna hii, let me call it online pressure. You find that okay, online pressure, okay, I know I've spoken about it hapo juu, but let me expound on it more. One thing, okay, before I expand on it, people on social media will never post their negative side. Put that in mind. Hakuna mse ataamka asubuhi amwe woi leo hatujakula amepost. Atangoja tu hadi ile siku ataenda in that fancy restaurant, akae chini, achukue reels, achukue photos, hizo ndo anaenda kupost. Wewe hapo naye umekaa tu, you have food, you have everything, but now because of this 5% yenye msee anapost of life yake ile time maybe on the good side, una feel oh my god, I'm not doing well. Huyu anakula pizza na mimi nakula ugali, oh my god, I'm not doing well. You see, na hii kitu inakufanya like hata ukuwe depressed over nothing. Of course, kuna days za huyu msee mwenye amepost online zenye hayuko sawa. Okay, but hiyo hakuwahi post. But now you're sitting in your house scrolling, unaona msee ako Diani, you want to go to Diani. And maybe huyo msee anajirudishia shukrani, maybe the past few months zimekuwa hell, you know. So what am I saying here? Do not compare your 100% to another person's 5%. Okay? Do not like live your life. Okay, you have your life like iko full, like uko sawa, you have basic needs and everything, but now unataka kuweka standards zako na za mtu mwingine. You don't know what that person is doing kukua hapo. Okay, so before you compare, please sit down, jiulize, okay, ni nini huyu msee anafanya ndo afike hapa? It may be negative, it may be positive, without, maybe instead of you kurukia tu without any base or anything. Okay, yeah, and with that, with why people compare, of course kuna the positive side and the negative side of comparison. I had my notes here, and we have the helpful side, and one, we are going to start with motivation. You have that person that you admire so much on your screens, on the social media, maybe akiwa in events, you want to be like that person. Like you're comparing, okay, let me not say comparison, but you're admiring this person. But the question is this person motivating you towards your goal? Like you should check on that. It's like motivation. Anakumotivate kuishi, okay, what, oh my God. Anakumotivate, okay, anakumotivate towards your goal. And if yes, it's okay. Go learn about this person. Go learn about how he started or how she started. Maybe, for example, it's personally, I'm in media. Maybe I admire a veteran journalist. I admire msee mwenye amekuwa kwa stages, amekuwa kwa Forbes, amekuwa kwa the international magazines, I admire that person. But now, I'm not just going to do anything for me to be like him. Of course, that one does not come overnight, okay? So, I'm going to sit down, take a book, and check, what did this person, let's say, for example, let me give an example of myself. Winnie, where did Winnie start? What are the challenges that Winnie faced? And what motivated her to continue doing what she's doing? And with that, hautakuwa misled. Like, you'll not follow that person blindly because kama Winnie amefika hapa, oh no, let me jisumbua nifike penye amefika. No, you'll have taken your time, and this will term it as motivation. Another one is goal clarity. I'll still, based on what I said, goal clarity. Maybe unaona huyo msee amefikia place yenye wewe unatamaningi kufika. So when you see the progress of this person, like una feel like, okay, I need to push myself harder. I need to work harder. I need to work smart for me to be in this certain position. Okay? Yeah, and as we continue, I have an activity for you. Take your notebook, take your notepad, and write down this person that you admire. Not just their achievements, but what do you admire about this person? What effort did it take for them to be where they are? And most importantly, what is the smallest thing you can do to achieve maybe closer to what they achieved or what they achieved? Okay? Yeah, and with that, you'll be at a certain point where you will, realize penye uko. Okay? Yeah, and now on the negative part of comparison, we have self-esteem issues. Remember the saying that we said that comparison is the thief of joy. At this point, it makes sense, right? When you compare your progress with another person's, you tend to feel like wewe umelag, like uko nyuma, hakuna kitu unaendeleza kwa life yako, si ndio? When you tend to compare, maybe this is not funny, you compare your, what will I say, penye umefikia with your peers. Of course, it takes away your happiness. at some point. You feel worthless. You feel as if uko down too, una feel too low because you think you're doing nothing. And you see this, it can lead to many complications like anxiety. And remember, anxiety ikisha kick in, inakuletea tena shida ya mental health. Like you start, because anxiety itself is a mental health problem, you see. So I wouldn't advise you to like compare yourself to others. Don't compare your progress to any other person's. Penye umefika, appreciate that. Those small progresses mean, like, they mean a lot, okay? So don't downgrade them, but appreciate them. Another thing is unfair standards. The moment you start comparing yourself to another person, you start becoming unfair to yourself. I become unfair to Winnie. Why? Winnie is confident on who she is. But now, when I see another person, I start comparing Winnie to her or him. I start being unfair to her. How? I start giving Winnie standards that zenye like Hannah. I want to buy that expensive thing, but I cannot afford it at the moment, okay? But now I have to do everything. Nitaenda nikope kila mahali, bana lazima mjue, like lazima ni buy hiyo kiatu, mtajua mimi ndo Winnie. And at the end of it all, you start feeling, unaona ni kama like you're in a competition with people, and yet you're the one that is setting standards zenye hauwezi fikia. You're being unfair to yourself. You're being unfair to that young lady in you. Please, be fair to her or him, to that young boy in you. Be fair to them, okay? And I guess sometimes I usually say living in your means, like ukiishi venye wewe unaweza, like you have everything. There's that capice that comes with it. Yes, we are aiming. Hatujasema tukue wazembe, no. But there's that peace that comes with being content. Oh, that is the word. Being content. Okay? She has that capice. Instead of comparing yourself, why don't you work harder? Like, work to achieve a goal that you want, other than giving yourself high standards, high pressure. Zenye tu zinakufanya you're almost losing your mind. Okay? You're together. Uh, I think on the harmful side kuna mingi sana, and especially inakujanga na hizo esteem, hizo nini, una find out like another one is like you want to prove to the world when you're comparing yourself to someone. Imagine someone is okay, you're 20 years and you're comparing yourself to a 35 years old, because anapost mansion nini and everything, anapost expensive wigs, to our ladies, expensive nails, expensive clothes, and you want those. Do you see that age gap? Ama mi ndo naona peke yangu. Do you see that? Kuna like 10 years plus gap hapo. But this person was working towards that goal during that time. Please, usi live a life to prove the world, live a life that satisfies you, that like you're proud of it, you've held on to your values, you've held on to the ethics, like you can be proud of yourself. You can stand before people and say, I'm proud of myself. I'm not living to like prove anyone wrong or anything. I'm living to make myself proud. Please do not let comparison steal your happiness, your joy, your values, Yeah, like you're okay, Stop comparing. What I'm trying to say is you're fine the way you are. You don't have to compare yourself with anybody, because even when you're created in this world, when God brought you into this world, He had a specific purpose for you. So don't compare. Don't compare. We are here. Everybody has a different purpose in this world. So don't compare. Just be you. Anything that you can do to yourself, be you. Be you. I tell people that be you. Yeah. Don't be tired with that. Be you. Okay. And uh, as I would even want to know in the comment sections, like when we are comparing ourselves, do we, like, sana sana huwa tunajikompare online, like hiyo comparison iko worse online ama iko worse in real life? Like ukiona msee unajikompare, like, okay, iko worse which time, when you're online scrolling or in real life, when unapatana na wasi unaona this one is in a better place, or when you're scrolling and this one is a better, which one is it? Please comment down below, let me know at least. Yeah. And whew, how can we turn comparison into growth? Whew, this one here is a masterpiece. Okay, we can shift the perspective. Okay, what is perspective? Perspective is how we view things. You heard that? Is how we view things. Instead of viewing your progress as nothing, you can make them like, okay, what am I trying to say? Perspective. Instead of asking yourself, why don't I have that? Ask yourself, what can I do so that I can get that? Or how can I work towards that goal? Yes, I'm not there, but what can I do itanisaidia towards my goal? Are we together? And another one, control the inputs. What your mind feeds on is what you feed your mind is what inaoneshanga from the outside, Please, kama ukiingia social media una feelingi like kuna hiyo pressure inakupatia to be a certain person that is not you, please limit it, or rather cut it off. Haikusaidii. Like we can change that, like ikuwe ni you can have you can feed on the positive things or vitu informative or hilarious, in the social media, other than taking your time there 2 hours 3 hours comparing yourself, of which itakuleta tu like esteem issues, inakufanya you feel worthless, yeah, and things like that. Another one, celebrate your wins. Oh my god, I uploaded 3 videos in my channel. Oh, that's a win. Like, I'll celebrate it, Did I get a promotion from a member to assistant supervisor? Oh my God, celebrate that one. It's something, that's your achievement. No one has achieved it, okay? Usitamani eti uende ukue governor of the central bank, You see that position yenye umewekwa. It's okay. It's giving you peace of mind. It's okay, As you work towards the goal that you want, being the governor of a company, being the CEO and everything, be content first. Be happy. Celebrate that win. Not everybody got that chance, You have upgraded your closet. That's a win. Hata kama umeongeza handbags mbili, hata kama for men umeongeza jeans mbili, that's an achievement. Okay? Celebrate those small wins. You've started a small business, You've you've started jogging, you've started workout. That is an achievement. It may be labeled small, but that's an achievement to you. You're making yourself proud. Celebrate them. And with that, utapunguza hiyo feeling ya Sasa this one has a big business but yangu ni ndogo. No, it will reduce that. Celebrating yourself at any point of life is all that you need. Yeah, and I hope you change. Celebrate yourself, please. No one will celebrate you if you don't do that. No one will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Does that sink? Does that ring a bell? Let's continue. So, in as much as we may say there are positive sides of comparison and negative sides, we cannot label comparison as the enemy. The enemy is ourselves. It's how we perceive it. Ni venye tunaichukulia. If we take comparison, for example, to help us push our goals, to help us move a step forward, like ahead, to help us achieve something that we have been yearning for years, for months, huh? You've opened your apparel clothing store. Okay, apparel store. Apparel na clothing is the same. A clothing store. Hmm? It's a good thing because maybe you checked on someone's page na ukaona anaendelea poa, and that motivated you to go do something. Hapo we can say comparison imekusaidia. But now when you compare yourself to maybe let me just use that example, and maybe unaona ni kama yako si kubwa to how another person says. Now there you'll be stealing the joy that could have come with that small win. Okay, so it's how we perceive it. Comparison can be either positive or negative. Please, let's choose the positive side for our own fulfillment. Okay. And when you catch yourself comparing yourself, ask yourself, inanisaidia? Kwanza hii wiki ukijipata ukijicompare, or this month, or towards like the remaining months, for the remaining months ukijipata ukicompare, jiulize kama inanisaidia. Okay, kama inisaidii, kama ikusaidii, achana nayo. But if it is helping you move towards your goals, helping you achieve the dreams that you've been yearning for since you were a child, please hold on to it. For it is going to bear good fruits at the end of it all. And sorry, I have a cold actually, and I would really want us to be in a very safe space and not allow comparison to take away the good things that we have. One thing I usually love telling people, and I'll tell you once again, you are brought here for a purpose. And one thing that you should know, you are authentic, you're unique, and like you're everything good in this world. And you see this world, like the world is a beautiful space because you exist. Yeah, because you exist. And what am I going to say? Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope this imekupatia insights and how I believe that we are going to trust in ourselves, we are going to celebrate our wins, and we are going to perceive ourselves as people who can do it. Okay, you don't have to compare yourself to another person, or compare your strengths or your weaknesses, to another person. Whatever you choose to do, so long as it's like it's leading you to your goal, please follow it. I usually say follow your gut, okay? Because you're unique. Again, I say you're unique and you're authentic. Authentic. Oh my God. Thank you so much once again, and I hope to get your comments, to get your feedback, and on how this episode has been. And I pray that you're going to stand up for yourself. You're going to stand in the gap. You're going to do everything good because you deserve everything good for yourself. Thank you so much. I don't know how many thank yous I've said, but thank you for tuning in. May God bless you. Until next time, goodbye.